Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome to the first installment of the Hero Improvement series. This series, I will be taking one gameplay and one gameplay alone, put a commentary over it, and teach you guys how to improve a hero in Battlefront 2 using advanced tips and tricks that I've learned throughout my time playing this game. Now, Battlefront 2 just became free on Epic Games last week, and I figured most of you guys have probably been stuck on playing the hero game modes as I have when this game became free on PlayStation a couple of months ago. Now, you may have probably learned a thing or two with dueling, combat, and a little bit of experience with these heroes, but I figured what better way to help you guys than to make a video teaching you on how to apply some advanced tips and tricks that I've learned myself. So today's episode is going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi, and let's get into it. Alright, starting us off. I don't know if this is like an advanced tip, but always close your lightsabers. So much harder for your enemies to see you, especially if you main a lightsaber hero. Close your lightsabers, man. Alright, so as you can see there, immediately I try to use my force push, which is one tip that I could give you is abuse your force push, try to snipe enemies. As you will see later, there will be a lot of kills with this force push, as I die pretty quickly there. I mean, it was my fault. I was trying to abuse the parry, and I was trying to test if these guys were really, the ones that bought it from Epic Games and barely know what a parry means. And they were, but my mistake was I tried using it on two villains, which is not the best idea. As I force push this Kylo, I could have done the force push quicker though. I could have double tapped L1, or if you're on keyboard, whatever the key it corresponds to, just double tap it quickly. It'll act as a force push that's like Luke's, which is really quick. As you can see there, I try to snipe this Grievous with the force push again. And that's another advanced tip that I could give you guys if you're new. Try to get behind your enemy, because as much as you hate it, as much as you also do it, players will always hide behind their blocks. As I can't speak there. They will always try to hold their L2 and then just hide behind it. So try to make your way behind your enemies and hit them from there. Also, that mid-air attack, as I snipe the Boba with the force push, like I said, try to hit your enemies mid-air, try to snipe them with your force push, especially if you have that star card that increases the range. That would be really good too. As you can see there, killed the Kylo. We ganged up on the Kylo, and this part right here, the Boba just kept on camping up there. Try to use the force push as much as you can. As you can see there, mid-air attacks. I hit the Maul mid-air. That's called a hook swing, where you jump mid-air, you face behind you, and you attack. And then there's this little tiny hitbox that if you aim correctly, you will hit the player that you're trying to, even though we're in there holding down their block. As you can see there, I'm trying to regain some of my health, and the Boba is still not leaving, as he does right now. I'll try to snipe him with a force push again, but I fail. And here's another thing. Use your mind trick as much as possible, because that Maul could have escaped with the spin attack when he was cornered by Yoda, but mind tricked him, sniped that Boba with a force ability, defensive rush, hit the Vader from behind and killed him. Because the thing is, hits from behind deal more damage than hits from up front, because players are not seeing who they're behind. I mean, who's behind them, and are more vulnerable to damage. As I'm a sitting duck here, being sniped by a camping Boba and a Vader. I mean, good thing my teammates came here. I think they were pretty experienced, because they tried their best to stick with me, which is a good thing always in these game modes. Boba is still not leaving. Now this Kylo, I think he was very much confused as to what was going on. He got mind tricked, and I think mind trick by me and Rey, which means he can't use his abilities and has inverted controls, which is the worst that you could possibly imagine, as this Boba runs away again. And I think I try to snipe him back. Yeah, I do. I try to snipe him back with the force push, just get him off our way. And I don't know how that mind trick didn't work on the Kylo. As you can see here, try to dodge behind. Now, I do die in here because I got too reckless with the parry and I got choked by the Darth Vader, but yeah, he gets pushed away. As you can see, these guys are level 2. And based on this game being free on Epic Games, I can pretty much tell that a lot of you guys are going to be facing off these beginners as well. So it's pretty good for you to have these advanced tips. And look at that. Crispy, clean, double kill with the defensive rush. This is what I've been trying to tell you guys. Abuse your abilities as much as often. Look at this Boba snipe. Man, look at this kill. Mid-air kill with an Obi-Wan. Imagine killing a Boba with Obi-Wan. That is probably the most improbable hero to kill a Boba, because his abilities are not that good when facing a Boba unless it's low health. As you can see there, let's talk about that sequence that just happened. I used my defensive rush because the thing with defensive rush is you can hit enemies, but enemies can't hit you. That's all you gotta know. Defensive rush is OP unless you're getting choked by a Darth Maul, then that will of course cancel the force rush. But you are invincible to melee damage, you are invincible to lightsaber attacks, and any blaster hero that's shooting at you up front, you will immediately deflect that bullet back to them. That's why I tried to do that with the sequence here. The Vader and the Kylo were very much one hit, so I defensive rushed them. I tried to hit them as much as possible, and I did. It killed them. And the Boba too, he was running away. I tried to force push him. He got force pushed back. And the thing with Obi-Wan's force push is I think the more you charge it, the more it deals damage. So the moment that I pushed him back, he was only one hit away. And here's the thing. Beginners will probably try their best to run towards that Boba and hit him. But the thing is, before that happens, the Boba has already flown away. So what you want to do is hit him or them with a jump attack, and that will surely do the trick, because it takes more time to get there, run there, and hit them from the ground than just hitting them mid-air. So that's a pretty good advanced trick that I could teach you guys. Try to hit your opponents mid-air when they're jumping. Don't use your force abilities yet, just try to hit them mid-air, try to catch them. And yeah, just try to hit your opponents from behind as well with the hook swing that I taught you guys a while ago. And this Boba is still gonna camp. You guys are gonna see it later, but yeah, you see this Kylo snipe. I should have killed the Kylo, but now he's one hit, and bam, another kill with the defensive rush. I parried that Vader. Felt pretty smooth in my opinion. Look at this Boba, he can't even hit me. Dodge back and forth as I do there. Defensive rush, he cannot hit me. And another snipe. Man, this Boba just never learns. Yep. This Vader chokes me, which is not good. Good thing these guys are pretty much new in the Battlefront, and they don't know the Vader combo with the choke. As you see here, I try to use my force push, as I successfully do. I honestly should have used it on the Boba, but I was pretty open for a force choke from Vader, as I try to hit him again with the defensive rush there, and I get killed by a boss. And for some reason I didn't hit anyone there with the force push. As you can see there, I melt both Vader and Kylo, grandson and grandfather right there. And the Boba still not learning his lesson. He's still up there. This Kylo, I missed my aim there, which is my fault entirely. As I parry this Kylo to death. I'm not trying to exploit the parry here on these beginners, but they just swing spam every time. I have no choice. I wish I my best to do the dodge behind them, because that is more practical than just abusing the parry. As you can see there, we take the dub. I even typed GG in here, and I think they barely know that there's a chat feature on PC, because it never replied back. As you can see here, I do take first place, as per usual. I barely take first place with Obi-Wan, but this gameplay does it. So let's do a little recap on what happened. So tip number 1, use your abilities well, abuse them as you would want to. The force push can snipe Bobas that are camping, or any lightsaber hero of some sort that is just standing there still, holding their block about 5 meters away from you because they think they're safe. No, snipe them with that force push, right? Second tip, use your defensive rush to get kills. Even on hero game modes where you cannot kill enemies with one hit with a defensive rush, it is still good, especially given that situation where the Kylo and the Vader were one hit. I hit them with a defensive rush and I immediately get the kill. And don't forget that you are invincible from basically any attack up front, but not from force abilities. Tip number 3, try to hit your enemies mid-air. Use that ability of yours to sort of lure your enemy when they're jumping. Jump to, try to hit them from mid-air. Do whatever you can to deal some damage. Tip number 4, try to hit your enemies from behind. They're always going to be hiding from their block, so try your best to hit them from behind. And it also deals more damage, which applies to basically every lightsaber hero. There's more damage that they can do when they hit the enemies from behind. So last tip, but definitely not the least, use your stamina wisely. Obi-Wan has probably the best stamina in the entire game. Blocking, attacking, defending, you name it, he's got your back. And also with Obi-Wan's stamina, you can basically abuse your parries, but not too much. And speaking of parries, if you guys don't know how to do that yet, I will be making a separate video on that, how to perfect it, how to get started with it firstly, and how to avoid being abused by the parry. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the last tip. Stamina wise, Obi-Wan's the best, he's got your back, but use it wisely, defending or attacking. I know he's not much with the offense, but with the defense, he's got your back. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for today's hero improvement video. I know it ain't much with the advanced tips and tricks, but with that gameplay, I think I pretty much showed you guys everything that I've learned, advanced or not, throughout playing this game that you can use while you're still a beginner to improve your gameplay, improve your stats, level up heroes quickly, and to just have fun in the game, because that is the most important part. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot, and I'm sorry if I haven't been uploading videos these past few days. I'm in my other house here in the province, which is not that good when it comes to the internet, so I couldn't really do gameplays, I couldn't upload videos, but as of now I am recording this here, and I do promise that there's gonna be 1 week where I'm gonna make so much videos for you guys, and I'm gonna make more of these hero improvement tutorials or videos, and also that parry video. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Obi-Wan hero improvement video. I see you guys in the next one.